You think the dog is bothering you at night. But the truth is even scarier. It might be sensing the stress you bring home from work and silently panicking with you. Its pacing around the sofa and trembling lick on your hand could be cries for help you've never noticed. Have you noticed your dog acting restless at night, exactly when you finally sit down and your mind starts replaying everything that went wrong today? The panting, pacing, and anxious licking may look random, but your dog is often responding to a storm inside you, not inside them. Many owners think their dog suddenly needs attention, exercise, or food, when the real trigger is the emotional climate entering the room. Dogs do not need words to detect tension, because your breathing, posture, scent, and tiny movements already announce that something feels wrong there tonight. Long before you say a single word, your dog may smell stress chemicals shifting through your sweat and breath like an invisible alarm. One study after another suggests dogs can distinguish stress-related body odor, which means your evening mood can become information they read. So when your dog circles the sofa, stares at you, or keeps nudging your hand, they may be monitoring a change closely. What looks clingy is often a social survival skill, because dogs evolved to track emotional shifts inside their group before danger fully appears. In a home, you are part of that group, so your tension does not stay private. It changes the whole emotional atmosphere. Your dog is not judging your bad day. Your dog is trying to understand whether the pack is safe, unstable, or unpredictable. That is why some dogs start panting without heat, wandering without purpose, or watching your face as if waiting for instructions there. Others lick your hands again and again, not because they are silly, but because repetitive contact can soothe connection and reduce uncertainty. Some dogs become extra still instead, quietly staying nearby and studying you, because anxiety does not always look loud on the outside. People often miss this pattern because they focus on behavior alone, while dogs are reacting to the emotional signal underneath behavior first. Evening makes this stronger, because your body finally stops performing for the day, and the stress you suppressed begins leaking outward more. The couch becomes the moment of release. But for your dog, that release can feel confusing when your body softens, yet stays distressed. You may look quiet on the outside, while your breathing remains shallow. Your muscles stay tight, and your scent still carries pressure. To a dog, that mixed message matters, because calm furniture time does not match the stress signals still pouring from you there. This is why some nighttime behaviors seem to appear from nowhere, even though your dog is responding to a pattern repeated daily. Over time, your dog can learn that evening stress has a smell, a rhythm, and a repeating set of body cues there. That anticipation alone can make a sensitive dog uneasy before you even notice your own stress climbing back into the room tonight. Your dog is not absorbing emotion like magic, but they are detecting biological, behavioral, and relational signals with incredible speed every evening. Cortisol is part of that story because stress changes the chemistry of your body, and dogs are built to notice chemistry fast. Their noses do not interpret your feelings like a therapist would, but they can detect that your body has shifted again tonight. Then their eyes take over, reading your shoulders, your stillness, your voice, and the strange pause between your movements at night too. Put together, scent and observation create a powerful picture, and your dog responds to that picture with their own body right away. The result may be pacing near the sofa, checking on you repeatedly, or refusing to fully settle even in a familiar room. It may also be clingy affection, where your dog keeps pressing close, licking gently, or asking for contact they do not usually need. Now, those behaviors are not fake comfort moves. They are attempts to restore connection, predictability, and emotional balance inside the shared space again. In that sense, your dog becomes an emotional mirror, not by understanding your thoughts, but by reflecting the tension your body is broadcasting. Mirrors do not create what they show. And your dog is usually revealing stress that was already present before the first whine. This can feel heartbreaking because your dog seems worried when you most wanted home to feel safe, soft, and separate from work. But the good news is that dogs also notice recovery, which means your calmer rituals can become signals they learn too quickly. The first helpful step is not correcting your dog. It is helping your own nervous system arrive home more gently each evening. Think of it as a transition ritual, a short bridge between work mode and home mode before you invite connection with your dog. Even 5 quiet minutes can change the signals your dog receives, especially if those minutes lower breath rate and soften your muscles. Sit down alone for a moment, unclench your jaw, drop your shoulders, and breathe slowly enough that your exhale becomes obvious again. You are not doing this to perform calmness. You are giving your body a real chance to exit high alert mode first. When your body changes, the information reaching your dog changes too. And that can interrupt the cycle before it grows bigger tonight. Soft music can help some people settle, not because it hypnotizes the dog, but because it helps you regulate first more easily. Low, steady sound changes the room's rhythm, and many dogs relax faster when evenings stop feeling full of sharp interruptions around them. Dimmer lighting can matter too, because a softer environment supports slower behavior, gentler movement, and fewer signals that keep everyone activated late. The goal is not to create perfection. The goal is to make the evening predictable enough that your dog stops bracing there. Predictability helps dogs because it reduces the need to monitor every tiny cue, every shift in scent, and every change in posture. That is also why consistent arrival routines can become surprisingly powerful, even when they look simple from a human perspective, outside view. Maybe you wash your hands, change clothes, breathe by the window, and wait until your heartbeat feels slower before greeting your dog. That short sequence tells your body that work is over, and it tells your dog that home is returning to balance now. Once you have softened your own state, shared activities become much more effective for helping your dog release the remaining tension too. One of the best options is gentle scent work, because using the nose can shift a dog away from hypervigilance and scanning. Sniffing is not just entertainment. It is regulating, organizing, and satisfying in a way that can settle the canine nervous system down. You do not need a complicated game, because a few hidden treats in a towel or around one room can work beautifully. Let your dog search at an easy pace, with no pressure, no commands stacked together, and no excitement that pushes arousal higher. In many homes, this shared sniffing moment helps both species, because the human slows down while the dog settles into purpose again. Your breathing often changes when you watch your dog forage, because the scene itself invites patience instead of rumination in circles again. That matters, because dogs are sensitive not only to your chemistry, but also to the rhythm of your attention and movement nearby. When you stop spiraling mentally and start participating physically, your dog often receives a clearer message that the danger has passed for now. Some owners notice that licking decreases after scent games, because the dog no longer needs constant reassurance through touch from you there. Others find the pacing slows, the panting fades, and their dog finally lies down with a heavy exhale of relief beside them. This does not mean you cured stress forever. It means you help the shared nervous system move toward regulation tonight, together again. That shared system is important, because humans and dogs influence each other far more deeply than most daily routines seem to show. Your dog can amplify your tension, and your calmer choices can also ripple back through your dog with surprising speed at night. That is why punishment usually misses the point, because the behavior is often a symptom of stress in the relationship field itself. Scolding a worried dog may silence the signal briefly, but it does not address the fear, uncertainty, or overload underneath it all. Instead, the more useful question is this: what might my dog be detecting in me? In this room, at this hour tonight? That question creates compassion, and compassion changes behavior more effectively than shame, frustration, or the belief that your dog is needy somehow. Sensitive dogs are especially likely to mirror evening stress because they notice subtle shifts quickly and stay engaged longer with you afterward. Rescue dogs, anxious dogs, and highly attached dogs may show this pattern more clearly, though calm dogs can mirror stress too sometimes. Breed differences can shape expression, but the core pattern stays similar. A dog detects change, feels uncertainty, and starts adjusting behavior accordingly. One dog may pace, another may stare, another may cling, and another may quietly refuse to leave your side all night long. The outward style changes, but the inner theme is similar. Your dog senses instability and tries to manage closeness or control somehow. That is also why your reaction matters after you notice the behavior, because your frustration can add another layer of stress immediately. If you sigh sharply, push your dog away, or tense up more, the mirror can intensify instead of calming down again there. Gentle acknowledgement works better, especially after you have regulated yourself a little, because connection feels safest when your body actually means it. A quiet touch, a soft invitation, or simply sitting near your dog can become reassuring when the energy in the room changes. But remember, reassurance is strongest after regulation, not before, because anxious contact can accidentally tell your dog there really is danger nearby. This is where owners often get stuck. They reach for the dog first, while their own nervous system is still racing hard. Your dog may welcome that contact, but still stay unsettled, because the scent, breath, and muscle tone beneath it remains stressed inside. So the real sequence is simple. First transition, then connect. Then offer a calming shared activity that supports both bodies at night. That sequence teaches your dog that evenings have a reliable path from tension to safety, instead of a chaotic emotional fog again. Over days and weeks, repeated calm arrivals can reshape expectations, so your dog starts anticipating relief rather than absorbing distress each evening. That is the healing power of routine. It does not erase life pressure, but it gives both of you recovery cues nightly. Some owners also use calming environmental supports, such as dog-safe lavender products or low-frequency music during the evening routine window. These tools can help, but they work best as background support, not as substitutes for your own regulation and consistency at home. If a scent or sound calms you first, that benefit may indirectly help your dog by changing what you bring into the room. But always choose dog-safe products carefully, because some essential oils are irritating or unsafe, despite popular wellness claims online today's everywhere. The same principle applies to music. Do not blast stimulation. Choose slow and steady sound that lowers your own edge at night. Your dog does not need a spa experience. Your dog needs an environment where your body stops announcing unresolved danger to everyone. When that happens, many strange nighttime behaviors lose intensity because their purpose was always linked to shared tension in the home tonight. The panting softens because vigilance softens, the pacing slows because scanning slows, and the licking eases because connection feels restored again nearby. Your dog is not becoming less loving in those moments. Your dog is becoming less burdened by your unspoken stress at night. That is an important difference, because calm behavior is not emotional distance. Often, it is a sign of deeper safety between you. A dog sprawled nearby after scent work may be saying something beautiful without words. I no longer need to manage this tonight. And that response can soften owners too, because seeing your dog finally rest often gives your own body permission to unclench a little. This is why co-regulation matters so much. Your state shapes your dog, and your dog's recovery can help shape you back. It becomes a loop, but a healing one, where each calmer response makes the next evening easier to enter together for both. Of course, not every restless behavior is emotional mirroring, and medical issues should always be considered if panting or agitation seem unusual. Pain, overheating, digestive upset, cognitive changes, and noise sensitivity can also create nighttime restlessness that deserves veterinary attention from you promptly too. But when the pattern tracks your stressful evenings closely, emotional mirroring becomes a very reasonable explanation to explore first at home, gently. Notice what happens on calmer nights, weekends, or after a peaceful walk, because comparison can reveal whether your dog's behavior follows your state. If the pacing drops when you decompress first, that is useful information, not a coincidence too small to matter for you both. If the licking fades after slow breathing and scent games, your dog may be showing you that the mirror has softened too. Those observations matter more than internet myths, because your actual home pattern tells the most truthful story about your dog there nightly. And once you see the pattern clearly, you can stop blaming personality for behaviors that are actually relational and situational at heart. That shift in perspective is powerful, because it turns annoyance into curiosity, and curiosity opens the door to better support for both. Your dog stops being a problem to fix and starts becoming a partner, revealing what the evening feels like inside your shared world. That can even deepen the bond, because you begin responding to the message beneath the behavior instead of fighting the behavior itself. Dogs thrive when humans become clearer, steadier, and easier to read, because clarity feels safer than emotional static to them at night. And you deserve that clarity too, because carrying work stress into every evening quietly steals rest from both of you at home. A transition ritual is not selfish or dramatic. It is a practical act of care for your mind, body, and dog nightly. 5 minutes of breathing may prevent 30 minutes of pacing, licking, or unsettled scanning later in the same room that night altogether. A few hidden treats may do more than entertainment, because they guide your dog's nervous system toward focus, completion, and release gently. Softer music, slower movement, and dimmer light may seem small, but small cues are exactly what sensitive dogs notice most at night. When those cues begin saying safe instead of strained, your dog no longer has to echo the stress back at you nightly. That is the real transformation here. You are not training a symptom away. You are changing the emotional weather together at home. And once the weather changes often enough, your dog starts expecting calm skies instead of searching for an approaching storm each evening. That expectation is powerful, because anticipation shapes behavior long before the first lick, whine, or restless lap around the sofa begins again. So the next time your dog seems strangely anxious at night, look gently at the room, and also at yourself first there. Ask not only what your dog is doing, but what your body may already be saying without a single spoken sentence yet. If the answer is stress, the path forward is compassionate and simple. Transition, regulate, connect, us and let the nose lead gently home. Your dog never needed you to be perfect, only readable enough that home could feel understandable again by the end of day. In that light, the nighttime mirror is not a failure, but a reminder that your inner world is shared with your dog. And when you care for that inner world before reaching for your dog, you start caring for both hearts at once tonight. The pacing, panting and licking were never meaningless noise. They were signals asking whether the evening could become safe again for everyone. When you answer with calm structure, your dog often answers with softer eyes, slower breathing, and finally restful stillness beside you there. Sometimes the kindest thing you can give your dog at night is not more attention, but a calmer version of yourself first.